Yes, we have discussed selectors at length, and we strongly advise that if you are still having concern on or um, queries on selectors, go back to the previous recordings, r- review it, and if you are still not unclear, you are still unclear, then you bring up your questions on selectors. As I always say, you need to understand the CSS selectors for you to do very well in this course. So today we are talking about position, specificity, type, and importance. Now, the position of your property matters a lot. Now, it matters because after determining the selector for a particular element you are trying to target, the position of the properties matters. For example, if you look at this particular example here, you will see that they have the same property of color, but one is at the top of the other. And in such a case like this, the last one takes preeminence. So if before this list element is first styled red, then immediately it will turn blue because this is the last value for this property color. Now, let us just do a little demonstration on that. Now, I want you to look at this simple code. Let me try to preview it on the, or maybe let me take another one. Let me take a very something that you have been talking about before. Let me see this one. Siblings. Let me see this one. Okay. Let's take this one. So let me remove all the styling in this document. I'm going to remove this particular style. If you preview, there's nothing, no style at all whatsoever, right? Now let us take for example that I want to style this very first statement, the general sibling selector, which is this content here, right? And it is the first paragraph element, right? The first paragraph element, P element with a class of general and ID of paragraph. So I want to style this content. I want to give it a font color of blue. Now, from our knowledge of selector, Joshua, how can I target this element, only this element? What selector should I write here? Joshua, I'm waiting.
Mm,
I want to target just this element. You can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 paragraph elements. But I want to target just this one. How do you think I can go about it?
Good. So, um, you can put the styling first,
Yes, we want to give it a styling. So,
and
but
then you could,
to give it a styling, you need to um, identify the selector first. So, which selector should I use to target only this P element?
the paragraph,
Tell me the selector.
the IDs,
How do I type it? Tell me what to type.
um, so I think,
Okay, because of my time, I want Titilayo David to tell
Yes,
me.
sir.
Yes, I want you to tell. I want to target just this P element. Tell me the selector to type.
You can use the ID selector, sir.
Just tell
Or
me
the
what to type.
okay dot general.
Dot general
Okay. Oh, sorry. Ash para. Since you're using the ID ash para, sir.
hash para.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is a
Yes, sir.
selector you decide on, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. I want you to explain to me your thought process. Why did you choose hash para? Why?
Okay. All right, sir. Since you're asking us like you want to target the only, I mean that particular P you told me, and we have two ways we can actually, in fact, not even two. We have many ways to actually target that P. But I felt like P, I mean the ID selector is actually what I call it, the specificity. The specificity is actually, I mean, actually high. So, and if you want to use the ID selector, you can use hash to target it in CSS. Then you are going to write the name of the ID. But if you not put that hash, it will not work. That's just the way to write it in CSS.
Okay, you mentioned specificity.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. You you mentioned it very loosely. Okay, I will ask you that question when I get there. All right, that's why I'm noting it down here. Now, but yes, you 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 explained. I understand your explanation, but I want to ask Joshua. Joshua, do you understand his explanation? Do you understand the thought behind his decision?
um, yeah, I think I understand his fall behind his decision.
Okay, you understand?
Yeah, I heard what he said.
Okay. Now, re-echo it to me. Let me repeat what he said for me to clearly understand, to clearly know that you understood.
So what he said was that without the hashtag, you couldn't, um, without writing the ID tag hashtag, your code wouldn't work. And he said something us, but that's the part that I caught.
I'm not in agreement with what you just said. It's not clear at all. It's not clear. David,
Yes, sir.
please repeat what you said. Why did you choose Ash Para? This. Why did you choose this selector?
Okay. The reason why I choose the Ashpara out of many selectors that can be used is that the specificity is actually high, and since I want to use the Ashpara, I can actually use the ash to style. I mean, like I can actually write the ash before the para. That's the normal way to write any ID selector because the para there is the ID itself.
Okay.
So for me to actually implement it in CXS, I have to put ash before it.
Okay. All right, that's fine. You are still using this word loosely. Now, let
Oh,
me explain. At this level, this has nothing to do with specificity. David said, David, I want you to listen carefully because you are using that word loosely. David said that he chose Ash Para because the specificity is high. No, that is a totally wrong statement. You will understand when we get to specificity. Now, if I want to explain to you, please listen. I know I've explained this many times, but listen again. My intention is to study this, only this P element. I look through, I check this P element. I can see a class of general and an ID of para. But if you observe, the class of general is common to this P element, common to this P element, is common to this other P element, this other P element. So which simply means I cannot use a dot general, I cannot use a dot general selector, which this class selector, I cannot use this. The simple reason is because it's not unique to the to the P element I want to style. But if you look at this ID, only this P element has ID para. This one has ID para 1. It's different from para. This one has para 2. This one has para 2 half. This one has para 3. And this one has para 4. So it shows that this ID is unique to this P element. And that is why this will work. Because if I use this selector, this ID selector, I'm going to target only this P element. Let me demonstrate the general first. If I do just general, if I say dot general here, and I say color of blue, you will see everything is styled blue. It's not unique to this element here. It's not unique to this P element. However, if I give on the property and value, you will see that only this is targeted. That is importance of selector. Now, coming back to what we want to discuss, the position of a property matters a lot. If I decide to put another property right below this color of red, I'm still styling the same document, the same key element, but now I have given it the same property, color, but different values. This red will take effect over this because this is the last one. Cascading means is going down from one code to the other. So first of all, it will come to this color blue. It will style it blue, but immediately it will come to this one and change that blue to red immediately. You won't even notice it. So red will take effect. If you go now to the browser, you will see that red takes effect over the blue. Why? Because of positioning. If I give it another color, say purple, you will see purple right in that color. Any question on that? Any question?
No, sir.
Good. Let me note that specificity, although we are still going there, so no need for me to do that. Now, let me remove this and go to the next one, which is specificity. Now, why is this arranged in this order? Because first, the elements will first of all be considered. But when it now comes to specificity, what David just said earlier on, you will see a different ball game playing on. For example, what is specificity? Specificity has to do with how specific, the degree of how specific that selector is to that particular element. For example, now let's say I want to describe an address to you. If I say number 3, or let me use our house 3. Somebody gave this address, number 1, first address. Another person gave this address, house 3, Bodilon Road. Another person gave this address, house 3, Bodilon Road, Lagos. And another person gave this address, house 3, Bodilon Road, Ikoyi, Lagos, Nigeria. I want to ask, which of these 4 addresses is the most specific.
Yeah. Can I say it, sir?
Yeah, go on. Talk to me. Which of these four
Yeah,
addresses is the most specific?
the fourth one, sir.
Number 4. Why?
Yes, sir.
Why do you choose 4?
Because it actually describes the particular location better.
Yes.
The last one.
The last one gave the full description of that location. Now,
The
look
last
at
one, sir.
this. Yes. Thank you very much. It's the last one. This one is the most specific. Now, what is house 3? Is very, very, this is the most ambiguous address I have ever seen in my life. House 3. What is house 3? Okay, this second one even tried. House 3, Bodilon Road. But hello, Bodilon Road. Where? Where exactly? Now look at number 3. It says house 3, Bodilon Road, Lagos. Lagos, we have Lagos City in many places. There's Lagos in Portugal, there's Lagos in Nigeria, and I want to believe that there's Lagos in other places. But look at number 4. That is the most specific address among these 4. House 3, Bodilon Road, Ikoyi, Lagos, Nigeria. Anyone giving this address will not miss the location. That is all what specificity is all about. Now, if I go back to the code, now look at this. If I say para as ID para 1, para, which is color blue, yes, this one will be targeted as we earlier highlighted. Now, let's see. I have another para. Let's say I have another para. We are doing experiment here. Let's say color red now. I want to ask, which one we apply? Mary, which one you apply? Is Mary there? She's not talking. David, which one we apply? David, I'm waiting for you. Which one we apply? Have I lost my audience? David, you are muted if you are talking.
Sir,
Okay, Mary. Okay, which one we apply?
color red.
Color red. Okay, Joshua. Mary said red we apply. Joshua, out of these two, which one we apply will be applied to this paragraph? No answer. No time to waste. Mary is right. Now the question is, why is that so? The reason is very simple. What is CSS? CSS is cascading. Cascading style sheet. Cascade means falling from one level to the other. That's cascade. One thing leading to another. And that is why this waterfall is just not there. You will see that it's falling one after the other, right? Like so. So now, what is going on is this. Once the browser comes in and the browser receives this document, it will come from the top and start interpreting from the top downward. It will meet this. Oh, okay, I need to style this blue. Yes, at that point in time, it will style it blue. But as it's going down, cascading, it will come across this one. Oh, I'm still targeting this same key element. It will now turn it back to red. And that is exactly what is going on. Nothing more. And that is why it is called a cascading style sheet. But now, let's do something. Let's say I want to put general, this class general. Now, if I add dot general here, dot general, dot general. Let's see what is going to happen. It is now blue. Now, you can see earlier on I said it is cascading. It comes here, apply this tie, then goes down, apply this tie. But ideally, it should apply this tie based on what I said earlier on, cascading. But why is it that this particular one is not turning this element to red? Simple. It is because the very first one, this very first one is more specific. It gives more description of this element, more description. Now, this one just says para. This one just say para. But this one is saying that I want you to go into the HTML document, get the element that has ID of para and hide and a class of general. This one is more specific. And that is the reason why this one is taking effect. Is there any question on what I just said? Should I repeat myself? If this is the only thing I'm going to explain tonight, so be it. Do you understand what I just explained now? I want answers.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
understand.
Please, if I ask question,
Yes,
please,
I understand.
don't let me feel disconnected with you, please.
Yes, sir.
Let me repeat. Let me just repeat. And Joshua, I want you to listen carefully. Let me repeat. I used the address, those 4 addresses earlier on, to explain to you what specificity is. And you told me number 4 is the most specific. Why? Because it gives the most description of that location. Yes, and yes, you are right. Now, CSS is cascading. It comes like a waterfall. Gets to the very first one, apply the style. Go to the next one, apply the style. That is the routine of CSS. It goes on to the last styling you have in your CSS definition. That is the normal way CSS operates. However, specificity comes in when you give a more description of an element. As in this case now, this one is just saying target the element that has an ID of para. For this one, gives a more description. It's saying target the element that has the ID of para and a class of general. And that is what this one is doing. So this is more specific. Specificity does not care about the cascade. It doesn't care. In as much that has an higher specificity, that rule we apply. Now let's try one more thing. Let me clear the screen before I close for the day. Now let's see. I want to give another. I want to declare another selector. A P element that has a class of general, and an ID of para. I want that to turn yellow. Color yellow. No, let me give it brown. Brown is not too different from red. No, let me give it yellow. Yellow or green. Green is better. Yes, green. Yes. And I want it to increase in font size. Font size of 2.5 REM. Now look at these three selectors. The first one, the second one, and the third one. Going by CSS cascading, falling through, it will go through this one, apply this one. Now, since this one is still targeting the same element, it will apply this one. And since this one is also applying to the same element, it will now apply this one. Normally, if you go by this cascading rule, this should apply. So this one should be red, but no, it will not be red. Look at it. It's green and the font size is increased. Why is that so? Because this particular one is way more specific than this. What this one is saying is that, okay, target the element with just para. Okay. Element with para. Okay, yes, I'm going to target it. But hello, there's something, there's a selector that is giving a more description of this same element, this same P element, which is this one. Okay, this one is saying that, okay, target the element with ID of para, and it has a class of general. Yes, this one will take effect over this. But there is still a more specific element, which is this one here, right here, this one here. How is it that this one is more specific? This one is saying, go to your document, look for an element that is a P element. Remember, this one does not specify the element type. This one is specified, is it? Go and look for a P element that has a class of general and also an ID of para. You can see this particular one specified every information about this element. So that is the more reason this will take effect. Write it anywhere. If you write if you write this this selector anywhere in your CSS, be it down here, it will take effect. It will still be green because that is a selector that has the most specificity. Excuse me. Do you understand now? Is there any question on what I just explained? Is there any question? I want an answer, please.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, good. Now, there is some level of rule being used on to calculate the specificity. Now, a school of thought says that, let me clear this one, that an ID a class and the elements. If you want to write any selector, right? If there's an ID, this will be 1. If there's a class, this will be 1. And if there's an element, don't let me use P because you would think it's only applicable to paragraph element. No, it's not applicable to paragraph element. It's all elements. Elements. It should be 1. If you remember, we used just ID para, the very first one. The second one we used what's it called? ID para and a class, which is general. General. And the last one we use a P with the class and with the ID, which is para. Now, if we look at this one we only have, say, ID. Okay, let me just do it here. ID, which is 1 here, right? And class is 0. Element is 0. So that means that the total value for this is 100. 100. But if you look at this one, it has ID of what? 1. A class of what? 1. But element of what? 0. So this one, we have a value of 110. So between this one and this one, which one is greater? It is this one. 110 is greater than 100. And that is the reason why this one will overrule whatever style you have here. But if you look at this last one, there is what? An ID of 1. Let me demarcate. There's an ID of 1, right? There is a class of 1. There's a class there. 1 means it is present. 0 means it is absent. If you look at this one, element is absent here. Class is absent here. That's why we have 0 for element and 0 for class. This is C. And this is E. Don't mind my writing, please. So this is E. Now for this other one, ID is present 1, class is present 1, but element is not present 0. That is why this is 110. But look at this one. ID is present 1, class is present 1, element is present 1. So the value of this is 101. Which one is the greatest among these 3? Obviously, 101. 111 is the greatest, greater than this one. and this one is greater than this. So this one is the most specific. You know, many years back when I started learning program myself, it gave me a tough time because I will write down a style below this one, thinking that it made me, for example, now maybe this one is right below here. I wrote this one right below here, for example, thinking that this one will override any other style above it, but it is not true. Not true at all. Due to specificity, this one is the most specific, and it will override any one of the three. Is there any question? Is there any question?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to stop here for today. So we have treated position and we have treated specificity, although not totally, because there's still an attribute that I need to discuss here. But the same analogy is applicable to it. Right. So now I need to now visit our last assignment. The last assignment. Who has done the assignment? Let's be fast about it. We have few minutes more, because in the last meeting we agreed that it should not be more than 1 hour 15 minutes. So this is almost 1 hour now. So I want Mary, did you do the assignment? I want answers, please. Quick. Is a yes or no answer? I can't hear you if you are speaking. Mary, did you do the assignment?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
994.
Okay, you did it. Okay, fine. David, did you do it?
Yes, I did it, sir.
Okay, Israel, did you do it? Israel, did you do it? Israel, I'm waiting for your answer. Did you do the assignment? I can't hear you if you're talking.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you now. Did you do
Can
the
you hear me,
assignment?
sir?
Yes, I can.
Yes. I did it, but there are some features I did not
There's
add.
no story. Hold
Wanted
on. Don't give me story. You did it. Don't worry. You present it. Joshua, did you do it? It's a yes or no answer.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now I want Joshua. Somebody just joined. Feromi, did you do the assignment? Feromi, did you do the assignment? Yes or no? Okay, no answer. All right. If I remember, this is what I told you to do. Only this link. Oh, I think there's one again. Let
No.
me see. This one, I think is this one. Link, this one. Yes. Yes, this one. This is the assignment I gave out. So now I'm going to give control to Joshua. Where's Joshua now? Okay, yes. Joshua, you have the floor. Please present.
mi ò rí ṣàánú ìrònú túbọ̀ fún lẹ́tà kókè mi.
Sir,
Yes.
I did it similar, but it's not the same like yours. But should I still present?
Just present what you did.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
So
Home, about, services, gallery, and contact. Home, about, service, gallery, and contact. Okay, that's fine. Now, can you move your mouse over? Okay, fine. Next. Good, good. Next.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
Now show me the CSS. Did you write this code?
I did. I
You-
got some help from YouTube.
Do you understand what you wrote down?
No, not some.
I want to repeat. There's nothing wrong trying to get help from the internet. No, there's nothing wrong. But there's a problem. If you fail to understand what is being taught on the internet. Now go to your code, go to the CSS. It is not just for you to present assignments. You just go and copy somewhere and just present. No, we are not after presentation. I am after you understanding what you are presenting. Right? Now, yes, I know I have explained the inside selectors. So my question is, do you understand this CSS? And you have answered me, you said no, not all. Now the question is, why not all? Tell me which area is confusing to you? Which part do you not understand? Tell me now.
Um, for example, I didn't understand when they were putting the Z index, but I don't know what that is.
CM what?
Z something index.
Okay, the line 31, the Z index.
Yeah.
Okay. We are not there yet. We are still going to talk about it in position. And I can see you already use position line 28, position absolute, position relative, and so on and so forth. Okay, that's fine. No problem.
Thank
You are going to go back to this assignment when we treat that topic.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so now I want Israel. Israel, present your work.
Okay, sir. ilé wàhálà.
Chinese.
So this was what I was able to do, sir.
Okay. Move your mouse over it. Just move your mouse over it. Let me see.
That was a feature I was saying I did
Move your
not
mouse
ask
over
because I
it.
did not know.
Just move your mouse over it. You are not moving your mouse over it. Move your mouse over it.
I
Okay.
did not add the feature, sir. I did not add the style.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine. So, but what is the issue? Why didn't you add that feature?
I did not get the assignment. Then I was having issue with the network then. So when I got back, I thought it has been presented the last class. So I'm sorry,
Issue
I did
with
not
the
ask. I supposed to have.
no, sorry, you said issue with the network, but the assignment is local to your device. What network are you talking about?
Like when it was sent on the group, the what I ought to input was not part of it. So I thought it was just this alone.
Okay, so that
I did
means
not know that
that means you did not review the last recording. That's the meaning. Or did you review it?
no, sir.
Uh-huh.
No, I didn't.
Okay. All right. I want
Thank you, sir. Sorry, sir.
I want okay, Feromi did not answer me. David, you have the floor now.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
This is the assignment, sir.
Mm-hmm. Move your cursor over it.
I'm coming, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Let me see the CSS.
Okay, sir. This is my CSS, sir.
Hmm. Line 1, what is that aesthetic doing there? What's the purpose?
Like I actually did it for the universal reset, sir.
Eh,
Like to reset all my
no, wait, no,
margin.
hold on. What is the aesthetic? My question is the aesthetic.
Okay.
What is the aesthetics? What is it?
To
Tell me.
select all the elements on my HTML, sir.
To select all the
All the
elements.
elements at once, sir.
Okay, which is a universal selector.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now you reset everything, all the margin to
So
0 and point to 0. Okay, that's fine.
yes, sir.
Okay, now I want to know the art media. Why did you use art media?
Okay. If not thought, but it's about responsiveness. In this case now, if I actually okay, let me better do something like this. Can you see my screen also?
Yes, I can.
So it's actually comes together, like it will not reduce the width again. Like it's for responsiveness and the code of that is okay, sorry. Um I used at media maxed with 500 pixel. That is when this stuff gets to 500 pixel. My nav list container is going to have the maximum width of 100%. This
Okay.
nav list container is nested into header. Sure, you understand, sir?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at it here. The header is like the max width of the nav list container is 40%. That's why it's taking part of the whole space, like the way you sent it to us.
Okay.
So like once it gets to 500%, sorry, 500 pixel, then it assumes the total width of the screen.
Okay.
That's why I used the major query.
Okay. Go back to the CSS.
Then I actually, okay, this is CSS.
Then what? I'm listening.
Then the padding left, I removed it because there was padding left of 50 pixels. Yeah, I don't know if you
Okay.
have seen it. So I actually removed it in the major query. Then
Okay.
I targeted the list container. I'm coming, let me take my HTML. Okay, my HTML. Okay, there's a list container. I have to try and check where the list. Okay, the list container. Can you see it, sir? So actually add and like made it padding 20 pixel and like the padding top and bottom to be 20 pixel and the left and right to be 3 pixels. So when it gets to 500 or below pixel, like when this screen size gets to 500 pixel or below, so the padding up and down turns to 30. Let me check. Turns to 20 pixel.
Okay.
And the left and right change to 3 pixel.
Okay.
That's what I think.
All right.
There's not really much.
Okay, that's fine. I'm only asking you those questions for me to know whether you truly know what you are doing, so that it's not that you are just copying from the internet and just pasting, right? So no, in as much you understood what you are doing, what every selector is doing, no problem. But I want to ask again, line 28, what is going on in line 28 to line 32?
Okay. My nav list container from the CSS, this is, and I'm targeting the UL. That according to my code, I actually use another list and I started listing them. Then I nested the link inside the LI. So what I was just trying to do is that it's going to make it more flexible. So I use display flex. Then this justify content. I space between. So there's a space between the LI element.
Hello.
Then actually made
Mrs. F.
it not to. Can you eat?
Yeah, we've captured the creature.
Somebody is actually.
The Spygen crew are going there tomorrow. Not today, but tomorrow.
Let me pause
Hello?
that person. Hold on.
You don't know what's gonna hit them. The bombs are gonna hit too much.
Mimi, please mute
Come
yourself.
I need to check something. I heard noise. Oh, my
Mimi,
name is just
mute
my
yourself.
head. Okay. No, I'm not sure.
I'm trying
gonna fly there tomorrow.
to mute her, but I can't from here. Mimi, please mute yourself.
I want chicken tomorrow. Okay, but
Mimi, mute yourself.
even it's gonna be hard to beat.
Wow.
Need some brand new weapons.
She's talking to
ASAP.
somebody.
Mimi is station 342.
David, can you try to mute her from your
Don't
hand?
bring.
Okay, let me try it.
Silly assistant of
You have the
yours.
control, so you should be able to mute her.
Okay.
All right.
So, yes, sir. I've muted her here.
Yes, I'm listening now.
All right. So, justify content space between, just to create space between the L element. There's space around, there's center, there's all of that stuff like that. So, and the purpose of this flex string is to make it not to shrink. You can see when I reduce it, it's not like the width of the.
Which technology is this? What is it called?
Is it the flex box? I don't get the question, sir.
What that technology? What is it called?
Is it?
There's a name for it. Flex what?
I don't. Flex box.
Flex box. So okay,
yes,
now
sir.
the justify content. Now in what direction is it going? In what direction? Because in Flexbox there are two directions. Can you tell me?
It's actually going to the row and the row and column, sir. But this is actually the row, sir.
Okay, this one is a row.
Yes, sir.
And this row now, no, there's something called axis. What kind of axis is this?
Okay, horizontal axis.
Okay, it's horizontal, yes, but there's a name.
X-axis.
Okay, don't worry. We will get there.
I don't know.
I'm only trying to be sure that you know what you are doing anyway. All right, so then line 39. Tell me, what is that doing there?
Okay. Actually, when I over on the list container, this container class. So this is actually the list container. Let me cancel it from the inspection so that it can be more visible. So when I over on this list container here, the purpose the purpose why I use the transition what is this property, yeah.
39.
There's one property. So
Transition.
I'm actually transitioning the background color. That's why I put it like transition takes two properties, background colors, and also the time with like the time frame for the transition. That's why it's like that. The background color, so I actually transition the background color. You can see if I remove this, it will appear so. Let me comment it out. Yeah, it will appear just instant like that, but I had to make it kind of smoother. So that's why I made it to transition.
Now that's 0.15 second. If I crank it up to 2 seconds, what will happen?
It's going to be very slow, kind of.
Okay. Changes, let's see.
I'm coming. I want to be sure if I save it. Okay. Yeah, very slow. Can you see it, sir?
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. At least you know and you understood what you wrote down. Okay. I have no problem with that one. Okay. All right. I'm taking the control back from you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, Mary, do you still want to present? Our time is gone. I want to end the class now. Mary, do you still want to present?
I'll soon be done.
Mary, do you still want to present? Okay, no response from Mary. All right, is there any other concern from anyone in the class?
So I just joined because of some problems I was having,
No
like
problem.
stuff.
Review the recording.
Oh, okay. Is there any? Did you give out the homework earlier?
No, I'm going to give out the homework now.
Okay.
Yes. So now I want you in the homework for today. Where is my, okay, let me share my screen. Close this.
Hey. Really, I'm just saying noises.
Is somebody talking?
My mom
Me again. Okay, see. Where is this book? Okay, yes. Now I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this HTML with you guys. It's plain. You can see it's very plain. Very, very plain. Right? And I want you to try as much as possible, as you can, to achieve. Let me close this one. Is this here? Yes, to achieve this tidying. I'm going to share the, maybe I will try as much as possible. If I, yes, I will share the color used here. I'm going to share this, right? And the fonts, I'm going to share that also. But you need to achieve this outcome. So I will give you this the snapshot of this for you to try to follow to get to your goal. Is there any question on the homework?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
All right. So I'm going to share the HTML so that no need for you to be typing. Then you are the one that will apply the CSS to this yourself. I will give you the color, the font, everything to use. All right. Thank you. So
Sorry, sir, I have a question.
yes.
Sorry. So how do you achieve like this part of your code? Like displaying the output beside the
Which output?
code. The output of the HTML.
This one?
Yes, this one, yeah.
Is CSS, use CSS.
No, like I mean the way your your VS Studio shows the output of the code instead of using the the live server to the browser, it's showing it inside the VS.
Okay, okay. Yes, there's what you call preview. If I now it's just here. Look at this, show preview. You need to turn if you don't have it in your VS Code, you need to turn it on. The feature is there. Yes.
Okay, sir.
So, but if you don't have it right at the moment, then maybe later. Today is Tuesday, or tomorrow I'm busy. On Saturday before the class.
Okay, sir.
You can quickly chat me up.
Okay, sir.
Uh-huh.
Okay, sir.
So we talk
Thank
about
you,
that.
sir.
All right. All right, thank you. All right, bye.